Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it happens to be for you. I'm not sure if this is actually working or not. For some reason, it isn't working. I'm not sure why. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, I think it's working now. It wasn't working before, so now I had to restart. And the camera isn't working, so I do apologise for that. Well, I will say that Frank is done, and not. I'm actually not upset about it. I wasn't upset about it. I think that people get the wrong end of the stick with some people. For me, it wasn't really about being upset about Frank coming in. It was more about the disrespect for Ange, if I'm completely honest. But I'm really, really pleased that we've got a manager in. I was a bit apprehensive about Thomas Frank, and I'm still a little bit apprehensive. And I think it's okay to be apprehensive about a new manager. I don't think that's actually a bad thing to be apprehensive. Um, but as I say, I think that it will. I think it will be good, and also I think the fact that he has got all his backroom staff is really, really important. I think that's a massive thing that we have never done before, and I think that says a lot for what Frank obviously demanded, wanted, and I think that the new voices in the changing room. I think that's actually good out on the pitch when we're training. I think it's actually a really good thing to have some new voices because don't forget, we haven't actually refreshed for a really long time. We've had people there for the longest amount of time, and I really do think that is a big thing, and I really believe that can make the biggest difference. I'll be interested to see what's like they do. We know that he's going to bring in, I think, probably a few more. A few more is what's been said, but we don't actually know yet if it's going to be a few more. Quickly though, a quick update is that QT Romero has come out and spoken. A lot of people has criticised and said, why hasn't he? He has said, Ange, thank you for these 2 incredible seasons. You're a fantastic coach, but above all, a great person who deserves the best. From day one, you paved the way despite many obstacles, and that all exist and always exist. Always exist. Beyond everything, we won a trophy and went down the history of this beautiful club, which is the only thing that matters. I wish you the best because you deserve the best, and thank you for everything. So I think that's very interesting that he's now come out because before, obviously, he didn't come out. And I don't know if he was maybe not pushed to, but maybe felt the pressure to come out because I think that he knew that people maybe were talking about him. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. I'm just checking you can hear me. Um, yeah, I don't know what is going on with my camera. I would love to be able to fix it, but I don't know how because StreamYard isn't working. So I'm currently streaming from YouTube directly, and I have never done that before. So I do not know what's going on with the permissions, etc. on my camera. Okay. If I do this, maybe this will work. I don't know, but you don't really need to see my face, honestly. It's not really something I feel like you need to do. Permissions. Yeah, it says that it got permission. So I don't. Oh, camera. Okay. There we go. Maybe now it'll work. I think. There we go. I think it's going to work. Um, is it going to work? No. Okay. I don't know. It's asking me to use my camera, but it's asking me to use my camera on my phone for some reason, and I don't really know why. Because I don't really want to use my camera on my phone. I want to use my camera um, that's not connected. I don't know. Anyhow, as I say, I honestly do think that it's a really good thing. I really do think it is a good thing, and I'm really pleased, as I say, I am really pleased that that we've got it sorted quickly as well. I think that's the other thing. Oh, there we go. But it's really weird because it's like from the front and from my phone, and I don't know if I like it. Not particularly. Um, yeah, I'm going to switch it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's a really weird feeling to see myself on my phone, on my camera. But yeah, as I say, I think it's a really positive thing. And I think we had it lined up, I'm not going to lie. I feel like we had it all sort of set up to go. And I think that that's how it kind of went down. It's a shame. It's a shame that it had to come to that and that's how it went. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he can bring. That's the one thing I am looking forward to, is to see what he can bring and to see what he will do. It will be different. It won't be the same. And I think that's not a negative. I think that's actually a really positive thing, that we should all get behind. And I will always get behind. And I always said I would get behind whoever came in. With Ange, he gave us something so special, and I don't think that will ever be something I can disrespect or get. I don't know the way that some people have been about it, and sort of not dismiss it, but say, oh well, any manager could have done it. I'm not going to do that. I'm never going to be that person. But like I say, what I will be saying is that he is somebody who gave us one of the best moments that I've ever, actually probably the best moment I've ever had as a Tottenham fan, and I've been a Tottenham fan for a really long time. So yeah, I'm always going to hold that very special place for him. Like I say, I'm not going to be bitter though. I'm going to go to games. I'm going to watch what Frank's going to do. I'm going to give him, of course, time. I'm not going to jump on him straight away if we lose some games, because that's inevitable. No manager really hits the ground running. It's very unusual. And they might have a bit of like a new manager bounce is what people call it. But even so, I think that we should all just give him a bit of time to breathe. That's my personal thoughts. We have to give him a bit of time to sort of breathe and to not be too much with him. My personal aims for him would be that he gets us up in the league as much like as maybe sixth, seventh for me, and then to get us as far as possible in the FA Cup and the League Cup. I want us to be doing well in those. And I think that the Premier League is so out of reach. The Champions League, if we get past the group, the like where you do the group matches, where you obviously now it's like a table. If we get past those, I would be happy. I think even if we got into the knockout round, like we had to play the extra knockout game, I think that's fine. I don't think I would be mad about that. So yeah, there's lots of obviously different variations what people want, but me personally, I'm not going to jump on him, and I think that that's really important to get behind the manager. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he comes out and says, because I think a lot of the time people obviously have this thing about what a manager comes out and says. So it'll be interesting to see what he actually says. And Romero's obviously come out and now spoke, which again, like I say, was interesting that he's done that now. It's been 3 weeks since we won it, and obviously a week pretty much since Ange just got sacked. So I think that it's one of those. It feels maybe, like I say, was a bit of a pressure thing. I think that's just my personal opinion. I really do think that it was a bit of a pressure thing. I do think that he perhaps felt like he should come out and he needed to come out. Not that he maybe, I don't know, maybe he didn't want to. I really don't know. It's hard, isn't it? Like, the thing is, these players obviously feel some sort of expectation to say something. And yeah, like I say, it's a bit of a tricky one. As I say, I think that the players, the thing is with players, they're like any job. If you get a new manager in and you down tools, then I think that's a you problem, and then you should go. Any player who does that for me should go. I'm not going to say that we should back players who are going to do that. I've never been a fan of this whole down in tools thing. I think that it's important for the manager to have a good start with the players. And I heard that Frank's very good at that, that he's very much a man manager and that he is very good at getting players on board. So, yeah, I think that that's something I can see him doing. And I really do hope that he does. Like, I really do. And as I say, if a player doesn't want to be here, then don't be here, man. Like, don't do it. I wouldn't be a fan of anybody who is going to down tools. So if you want to leave, leave. I don't want nobody here that isn't going to want to be here, you know? Like, that's just not me. So I would rather that they weren't here. It's going to be interesting to see who does hand in if anyone does actually hand in any transfer requests, because I don't know if they necessarily would. I just don't know if they actually would. Because so far nobody has, and he's been sacked before the window ended, and we haven't heard anything about it. So yeah, I just wonder if that would actually even be the case, if it would be the case at all. Like I say, it's like a really hard thing to sort of judge and to know what actually goes on, because we can only guess. We can only guess what happens. Like, we can't we can't predict what will happen. So yeah, um, it's one of those, like I say, that it's a difficult situation. It is a difficult situation when you have got players who might down tools, but like, I hope that that won't happen. And there are players I think he'll like. There's players that we know that he likes. There's players that he's already said he wanted to keep. I think because there's players that we assume that he'll want to keep because he wanted them. So let's, like with Archie Gray, I don't know if he'll send him out on loan. He did actually want him. So yeah, it'll be again interesting to see what he does with these players and who he chooses to keep, who he chooses to send out on loan. If there's any players that he actually wants to maybe oust from the team, there might be. He doesn't want to cause obviously unrest, but there might be players he says to Daniel Levy, look, I don't mind if you sell this player, or if you're going to sell this player, that's not a problem with me. You know, like he might well say that. He might well say that. Apologies if you for not being able to see my face. I just using it from here, like from actually the YouTube studio directly, is a little bit odd. I can change over now to StreamYard, but I didn't know if I should or not change it to StreamYard, because then you can see my face. But I mean, I don't know how bothered people are about seeing my face, if I'm honest. I know that I'm not bothered about seeing my face. The webcam, for some reason, isn't working for this. I don't have a clue why. It shouldn't do it. It should actually work because I've got a webcam, so it's not connecting to that. It's trying to connect to my phone for some reason, and I haven't a clue why. And so I do apologise for you not being able to see anything. It's just a blank space, but I am here. It's just that, like I say, it's not working correctly. I will leave it there because, as I say, you can't see me, and I don't know. That's not very good for obviously interactions, and it's probably not going to get very good views because you can't see me, and people probably won't want to come and click on a blank space. but you can see in my other videos what I actually look like, that I do put my face to a camera. That isn't well, I mean, it is a problem because I don't particularly like it, but it isn't a problem as in I normally don't have this issue. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there and end the stream, and maybe switch over to the other stream if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to, if anything will work. If I can't, don't think I can switch it over or anything for you guys to know. But yeah, I will continue this stream over on StreamYard because, as I say, it's not going to go well because you can't see my face. So, thank you very much for joining me, and we'll speak again real soon.